Hello to anybody who's watching. Welcome to my 67th attempt at my first amateur YouTube video. And I'm making this because I want to show off my Vault 88 build because I like it. And that's it. Anyway, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I've never done this before. I'm using a junky old Turtle Beach PLA headset, so this is not professional audio quality, completely unscripted, totally ad-libbed. Hancock's going to be butting in, and so will my settlers, and, well, sorry. Also, just to let you know, I am not a perfectionist, and the vault lighting drives me up the wall, so you're going to see floaty lights and all kinds of strange things. I'll get around to correcting one of these days, but I'm pretty much done with Vault 88. I went through the whole quests, unlocked it all, built it as far as I could before I ran out of room, and I just don't feel like doing the weapons glitch again, so that is it. Anyway, on to Vault 88 and Hancock. Alright, so this whole first section here, quite frankly, I didn't do anything with because I couldn't get the power conduits to clip into the walls. So without power, it just looked ugly. I ended up junking most of the stuff to make room for other builded stuff in the back in the sections you can. So when you first walk in, if you're a bad guy, you get shotguns to the face, because I like shotguns to the face of somebody else, that is. And while you're getting shotgunned in the face, heavy laser turrets will be roasting you because, well, after we feed the bodies to the mole rats in the basement, sometimes they like hot food, you know? It's good to be nice to the mole rats. And other than this, like, oh, I love these new guard posts. They're so much better than the old junky ones, especially, well, obviously in the vault. It's much nicer. Pro forma guard, so she could squeal when super mutants come rushing across the bridge and run for help while they're getting shotgun to the base. And pretty much that's it. I pretty much either stored or junked everything in this whole front section. Ended up having to use these wires to get power to these turrets. And that is it. I'm just going to show you around anyway, because why not? So, took apart everything in this place. Yeah, I'm making a video. I'm not taking a chem break, Hancock, okay? Go shoot up. Leave me alone. I left this section here because I like the way it looks. And just the way the floor mats are and those chairs. I don't know why, but I just like it that way. Too bad. It's my video, so there. My vault. There's Hancock. Everything else is around here is scrapped. That section over here, I did all my experiments in here, so I ended up cleaning it out, and then I tried to make a guard room out of it, and like I said, I had power problems and wires running everywhere, and just said, I'll do something with this later, so I cleaned it all out, and I'll figure something out later. Anyway, let's go on to the part where you actually care about. So we come down here, and welcome to the atrium. And in case you didn't know it was the atrium, I have a sign that says atrium. Cool. And we come out onto the lower level. I made this atrium huge, even though it like ate up like 40% of the whole building space. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I don't like cramped spaces. I like things that are open and airy. And like I said, those horrible lights are there. Those vault lights, I don't know, I have all kinds of problems with them. They float, they clip through the ceiling and end up on having to go outside and retrieve them. They don't line up right, they don't work. It drives me up a wall, so I just threw them up there. And I'll fix them later, because I'll come back to this. I always tweak my settlements when I'm in the mood. So you're going to be seeing all kinds of horrible floaty things, and, well, if you're that OCD, run. Just end the video right now. Leave. Trust me. Trust me, it will set you off. Okay, so let us go take a big picture. We will run up to the Overseer's office first, because I am the Overseer and it is my office and I like it. Here's my little security ante-room, and she's also the secretary, I suppose. And I put lots of guns on the walls in case super mutants attack. My settlers can protect me because I am the most important person in existence. I am the Overseer. So there, protect me. Here is my office. This the overseer's desk I'm unhappy with, because after the old overseer left and I decided to move it, the terminal went away, and I was sad because I liked that. Oh well, such is life. I got the Voltec personnel management system over there. That's good enough. And I got my flags, my Minutemen flag. Over there's my Brotherhood flag. And if the railroad has a flag, I'm not going to post it because they're pretty weenie anyway. So here's the window. It's awfully clean. I wonder if I forgot to put glass in it. Oh, maybe I just couldn't clip the glass in without ripping it apart, and I just didn't feel like it. Either way, better for this video because you can actually see, this is the overview. It is pretty cavernous, but I kind of like the way it turned out, especially that central column and those bridges, which are pretty meaningless and take up space in building, but I don't care, I like it. So there. The shadows came out kind of nice, I think. I also put lights up there, which was a real pain in the neck, but it kind of relieves the gloom. Just enough shadow so people could look up here and see the overseer staring out at them and be like, it's the overseer, I better behave because he is, well, the overseer. Well, anyway, look, my Pip-Boy statues and Pip-Girl. Cool. Alright, while I'm here, I will come up and show you a pretty much empty space, but this is going to be the overseer's living quarters one of these days. Right now, the only thing that lives in here is my power armor. Because if I put a bed up here, then settlers are going to come sleep in it, and that aggravates me. So I don't usually sleep at settlements. If I need to sleep, I'll sleep at home plate. Because they can't go there, ha ha ha. It's good to own your own house. Alright, let's run on out and back downstairs and say hi to the settler.
Good to see you, Overseer.
It's good to see you too. And Hancock. Okay, so there's a lot of unfinished sections, and I kind of like them unfinished. I put up these railings here as kind of like makeshift keep-out markers. And I kind of like it because it gives it that whole work-in-progress, under-construction feel. So it's not like the settlers came in, they found a vault that was partially built enough for government work that they could move in and live and be safe and happy, but it's not finished, and now they have a chance to finish it and make it their own. So you're going to see a lot of construction that doesn't fit the vault theme, but I like it because it fits the wasteland theme. Blah. Sorry, this is unscripted, like I said, and I stumble over my words, and oh well. Okay, coming back out, we have the bridges and these railings here that don't line up with the steps, which is aggravating, but what are you gonna do? Welcome to Bethesda. They always seem to leave something out. By the way, these little track lights here were a lifesaver because all these bridges were so dark. And these were the only reasonable things I could come up with just to break it up a little bit. And the shadow play turned out nice, so I like it. Like I said, this whole bridge thing here was just extravagant, and so was this column, but I like it. And that's all that matters. Well, while we're up here, we shall go over to the residential area. I have these, like, dorm roomy things. And settlers are asleep. Sorry. Too bad. So I got, like, 3 of these rooms completely constructed. 2 of them actually have paintings on the walls and things like that. And I like the minimalist look. So pretty much just beds and footlockers and a little nightstand. Little lights just to keep them happy. And this way they could go to sleep. But I don't want them actually hanging out in their bedrooms. I want them socializing down in the atrium. Whatever you said, Hancock, just be quiet. Leave me alone. Okay, and here we come to the lavatory. See? Lavatory. And it is also minimalist. I used clinic tiles because, well, they have a tile floor. So we have here some sinks. I couldn't find any mirrors. And we have toilets without stalls. This reminds me a lot of restaurants over when I was in Korea back in the 1980s. And they had these unisex bathrooms and the toilets had no stalls. So pretty much you had guys and girls all doing their things out in the open, just kind of shamefully ignoring each other. It was pretty horrible, but Also kind of oddly amusing. Definitely better to be the guy in that situation, I have to admit. Anyway, I digress. Coming over here, we have another bedroom. My settlers are actually using the beds and sleeping. That one's weird. She wears a baseball uniform. Yeah, she carries a swatter too with a giant saw blade attached to it, so I'm not going to complain. And this just kind of curves around and comes back down here. Another way to get down to the bottom floor. This is the merchant area, and these shops, not having, you know, Vault Tech shops or clean shops or anything, irks me. But what are you gonna do? You know, if mods ever come to PS4, hopefully someone will make some and I'll install them. Heck, if they come to PS4, I'll make some and install some myself. Anyway, I have trader, I have armor, weapon, and clothing. Armor, I just didn't have a person for, so that one's empty. Weapons was the second to last one I did, because I wanted to get all the happiness ones first, because I want to bring people into the vault. And I got a jukebox so they could listen to music. I was going to put a TV down here, but never got around to it. And those stupid signs, I can never get these things to, like, go up. That's as high as they'll go for me, because life hates me.
Huh?
You heard me, life hates me. Alright, here we have the cafeteria, and Clem is my bartender. Oh, and you're going to see these doors, they're always open because the scavenger guy keeps opening them, and I just can't be bothered to close them anymore, too bad. If mole rats come in, it'll give the settlers some entertainment. Anyway, so we have the nice, clean food prep area, all shiny clean, with the most disgusting stove ever. And I deliberately clipped that into the wall because I think the stovepipes look kind of ridiculous hanging on the outside in a vault. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I'm not going to eat in this place. But anyways, oh, here they come for breakfast, including Baseball Girl. Hi, don't hit me with your swatter. Hey, those guys are actually eating in the booth. Nobody's at the soda fountain, which is probably a good thing since in my experiment I doped it up. Because I'm amusingly evil that way. And, man, these floors. Clem, get in here with a mop. Get your mop. Alright. More ridiculous lights. I can never line them up. I'm doing alright. How are you? Hit any home runs lately? Okay, coming back out here, we shall go over to the clinic next. And that's my scavenger guy. I guess he wants to be a facial surgeon. Too bad. Go find junk. Leave me alone. Anyway, I clipped the clinic into the counters just to make it look somewhat less horrible. It's like, took me 7 times to do that, and it's still not perfect. And, you know something, I really don't care. She stands behind it every now and then, and that makes me happy. Go redo someone's face. Leave me alone. This is my hospital bed. That was going to be a hospital bed, too, until the doctor decided she was going to sleep there. So I said, what the heck. If she wants to sleep at work, enjoy. Live la vida loca, lady. Alright, let's cross the floor over to the, gymnasium. Love this gym. At the end of the day, the settlers come in here, work out, and they are like Olympic-level athletes. Who would have thought that, you know, living on the edge of the glowing sea and getting attacked by super mutants would make you an Olympic-level pommel horse superstar? It's too bad that's the only fitness poster they have. I ended up, like, repeating it 3 times, but what the heck, at least it lightens up the walls a little bit. But it's cool to see the settlers come in and work out. I enjoy it. Animations are nice too, they did a good job on those. Then we have hydroponics with nothing but a bunch of mut fruit trees. My settlers are fruity. They like fruit. Fruit is good for you. That's why they're Olympic level athletes. And nothing else here except, just another way out to the vault. Out to the open space that the scavenger left open because he lives in a barn.
Real living, not like this.
You call this real living? Give me a break. You live in Good Neighbor.
Huh?
Alright, so anyway, that is the ground floor. You saw the overseer's office. I got Okay, sorry about that, but I saw the little thing that said video clip saved, so I imagine it hit 15 minutes and died on me. So I'm restarting it just in case. And we'll keep on going. I came up here and I'm seeing a twitchy texture fight. You know, too bad we can take bets on those. Up here, probably nothing else going on, just leads to... Oh yeah, showed you that one already. I'm lost in my vault. Coming up here is... What? Oh, the Overseer's office. I am so lost in my own vault. Go figure. Alright, well, while we're here, let's go over to the workshop area, which I'm actually kind of proud of because I actually tried to decorate this and it came out nice. Here's where we do all our armor crafting and our weapons crafting. And I dropped some stuff down, and just enough stuff to make it look lived in and cluttered, but not enough to make it look like a pile of junk, like my apartment. Ha! Seriously, though. Alright, so we have the weapons workshop area first, where they bring in all the weapons they find out in the wasteland, and just throw them on the table, because nobody actually does anything in here. And you just walk in and say, hey, check out that missile launcher, alright. Throw a few pistols on top of crates. Yeah, we'll get around to them. My settlers, they have the whole Margaritaville mentality. You know, Barstow, she's lucky she got out. She would have hated it here. Just weapons in the process of being worked on. Someone threw a bunch of laser pistols on the table and is going to add some copper to them with duct tape. And sooner or later. And over here we have just a table full of weird stuff that people find in the wasteland and just throw there, go play. Maybe Baseball Girl will come up here and grab a new swatter. She loves Mo. I think she's got a crush. You see that mine? It's mine. And let's see, shelves with just some minor junk on them because I didn't feel like taking it a lot out of my workshop because I needed to craft things sooner or later. This is the armorer. He's obviously on siesta in the process of making some more armor. He's a cigar smoker, has an ashtray. And he's working on it. Over here is, of course, the armor workbench. I put a bunch of mannequins here just as kind of like, this is where they take the armor they find piecemeal or take off dead raiders or whatever. And they put it on there until they assemble full sets. I'm trying to keep my guards in combat armor. And yes, I wasted 4 Vault 88 jumpsuits on dummies. But then again, I think my settlers kind of qualify as dummies too, so nothing lost. Then we have the power armor. Got the construction area where the suits that are being assembled are, and the display area with the full suits waiting for painting, I suppose, are. I went out and bought a bunch of them, and I got like 30 more of them littered all over the wasteland. Like half of my settlements have power armor just standing there, doing absolutely nothing but taking up room. Yeah, what could I say? I'm a power armor pack rat. But, so, yep, like I said, they build new sets over here, then they paint them over here, and then nobody ever uses them because I don't give them fusion cores because I'm a jerk. Ha ha ha! Alright, and up here is the last residential area. And it is a work in progress because, of course, I ran out of ability to build more things. Another dorm. That guy just kind of kicked his footlocker out of the way. Like I said, I don't like things 100% neat. I like little strange things being out of place here and there. Just gives it that little kind of lived-in look. More don't come in here signs and danger hard hat. This section here I like. Besides my junky bathroom here with horrible looking bathtubs. Beautiful, perfectly shiny stainless steel toilets. Horrible bathtubs. Yeah, that looks appetizing. Like, I think I'm going to get dirtier getting out of that thing than I was getting in. Couldn't find any mirrors. I thought there were mirrors, but I just couldn't find them, and then I got bored and stopped looking. Then I got this section of a room I'm in the process of building, and I just wanted to give it that construction-y feel. So it's not fully assembled. There's the next section that's got to come up and be locked into place, and they got these junky old things keeping people from falling off and breaking their neck. And I decided to throw in a few generators to power all these work lights, just because it gives it that construction feel, and gives everybody lung cancer too. But my settlers have a clinic and a doctor. She needs something to do. They eat too much food. They're healthy. They work out. So this kind of gives her something to do. But I kind of like this construction-y feel. Again, gives it that whole work in progress kind of thing. And that is more or less it. I thought I would mention that those lights up there, in order to power them. Yeah, I don't think I want to be a ghoul, Hancock. Sorry, I'll let you have that. In order to power them, I finally gave up and tried figuring it out. I went and used the old school conduits here, climbed up there on a ladder and just wired the whole thing out here, and it radiates through the ceiling and lights them up. And I ran some power out here to my underground windmill, because everybody knows that windmills placed in front of rock walls work, because there's lots of wind. But it amuses me, and that's all that matters. One of these days I'll build down into those tunnels, but sooner or later, like I said, it's definitely a work in progress. Another open door. Thank you, scavenger guy, letting all the flies in. The bloat flies. And that is pretty much it. And, well, if you stuck with me this far, I hope you were entertained, or maybe saw something you thought was cool. And that will be all. I'm now going to retire into the empty room and say goodnight. Have a great rest of the weekend, or week if you're watching it during the week, or whatever it is. And y'all take care. Bye.